Hey folks, welcome back to the FrostyWhiskers, and I've done the building that I said we would do. Have I built it right? I'm not sure because I have just built it. So we have a few things we need to do. There is a gap here because we had a bad side and it went badly because I'd forgotten that there were bad water drains. And it flooded some stuff and killed some stuff. Now the beavers weren't. We do have an unwell beaver as well. I don't think we have any way to deal with the contamination, so we're just going to get a contaminated beaver. There's that. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention and forgot. So yeah, no, it's not going to be a shock to some of you. Some of you will, express your disappointment, I'm sure. Oh well. Lavi. So we need to go deal with that. So that's job number one. And then we can seal this in. We need to plan for building the large machine brain machines. We need a lot of nano machines. So we need to have the nano machine printer running. We probably could benefit from having another one. I've got the large brain or the medium brain force at the moment. There was a suggestion from some of you, one of you, maybe more than one of you, to do that to save on science or save on bot labor. And I think it's fairly safe to do at the moment. If we run out, we'll throw one into here to jumpstart the large brain or the medium brain. So we need to get over here. Without running the risk of not having control signals for long periods of time. So I think probably what I'm going to do is, number one, delete this birch tree. Number two, he said two. If you're laughing, that's absolutely fine. You can laugh at the childish jokes. It's okay. We're not all highbrow and, fancy here. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because we need to run a path out here and power and stuffs. We could come at it from here and across. We could come at it from here and across. This has power, so it makes sense to do it from here. Because I want a signal. I want a control signal. To save risking losing bots dying. And if it's building, it has to be bots. So, that's the thing with this faction and the evil Lapan. Go for a big old bridge, because why not? Paths. More paths. And then we'll decide where we're going to put the control signal. Probably Z. May well be plural. So probably at key points or junctions. Now, I think what would make sense is maybe if we put it here. That does mean a bit of faffing with power, in that we'll have to do some verticality on the power. But what we can do, there's a few things we can do. Right, I've had to pause for a sec, but we've got all of that set up now. And hopefully will be built. And the reason I've put it here is what I thought we could then do is put the storages that we need over here. Which I guess is going to be one of the... we've got a lot of rock, actually. Let's use rock. So we're pile. For rock, set to obtain. And there's probably going to be some other things that we need as well. So yeah, that was kind of my thought, is we do it that way. Whilst we stockpile the nano machines, I do think another nano machine printer is a good idea. And what we'll do is if we spin around there, we can do that. I think that works. Yeah, I think that works. I've got beavers down here cutting ice down because we ran out. This is also generating ice blocks because we've got a lot of everything else. So, yeah, we got pretty well stocked on a lot of stuff from pulling this out. So I don't want to... Actually, we could put it in, I guess. And then pause it. I don't want it to pull all of our nano machines, but we could think about how we connect power to it. But its power connection is there. And I guess actually that works. And then under there. So we're going to have a bit of problem building some of it, I think, but we'll see how we get on. Yeah. But, as I said, I'm a little worried about them going so far from... We did, in fact, lose a bot due to them being away from the network connection. So maybe what we do is we prioritize that. And we put one in here. So that we've got something. Because obviously it's causing us problems. And I guess on that note, we start working on another bot. We are somewhat short of beavers as well. So, you know, that's a thing. Actually, we'll leave that pause for now. I guess we could pull them out of there and put them in there. Why are you not 17 beavers short? I guess that's why. Lost another one. So yeah, it is a problem. As they are, I guess, not coming back to this to charge. So it's kind of annoying. Now we can make more, so it's not the end of the world, but a bit frustrating. A bit frustrating. Now I wonder if maybe if we built like a big one out here. Maybe if we built a big one here. That's going to cover an awful lot, isn't it? Yeah, maybe if I do that, prioritize that. We do need some nuclear waste for that. So let's come over here. Delete that. You can be paused now. We can pause some of the excessive number of building flags that I put down. There we go. And let's get you built with a quickness. We're pretty good for resources from all of the stuff that we did. just need to do the power connection. So I guess we do that next. And like so. And like so. And yeah, that should work, I think. If not, we'll just loop it around. But I really, really want to get that done. Because that's a big old control signal, obviously. And I guess there's probably benefit in... There might be benefit in doing it up here. No, let's do it in range of that one. And having a charging station there as well. Why have you not grabbed that? Come on. You got that built. You stupid bots. Stupid bots. We have less vacancies now, which is good. I think you're carrying what we need. Yep, so now you can finish building it, someone. Awesome. Cool, so put that. Get that building, please. Very good. And while they're doing that, while they're faffing, we can work on building this. So, and I guess we can do it this way. So actually I need to do it like this because we don't have an impermeable floor. So let's do that. You, and then you, and I guess those, and back to you, and that's that. So we then need you, and those. Awesome. Let's put another one in because it seems like we have plenty of bots that need charging out here. So we may as well. I guess we could put in you, large water wheel, you. We might as well recover some of this power we're losing because we've built all these copper wheels, copper pipes, copper connections. And then we could do you, and not you, but we could do you probably. Get rid of you, grab you, not you. Okay. Bear with me, folks, while I be slightly incompetent. You really don't need to comment on that. There we go. It's probably going to affect the power coming out of that one, but you know, no big deal. There we go. Cool. Let's make sure that these are a high priority. You say worst case, we just do that. Now get that done. We're kind of low on plastic panes, so let's get you going on that job. I would like to get that going as well, but guess we're not going to at the moment. And I guess you don't need to be built, and you don't need to be built now. Because we're going in that way. We're not relying on the bridge to transfer power, so let's just make sure those are done, then get that built. We probably want a small pile for logs as well. Yep. And that way the haulers can bring all the resources over, which will make life much easier. And then once these guys have got this built, we can make a start on blocking those in, which will be good. What are you doing? You're a lumberjack. Let's pause you for now. You're a lumberjack and you are okay. You're doing your thing. How? Oh, I bet they can't get to those now because they underhang, which is annoying. It's very annoying. Kind of need a drought to deal with that. Let's get you built so we get the logs coming over. You're cold. Okay. And we could address the cold by putting one of those in, I think. I think that will help. So let's get this built. Should be nice and quick now. Now we've done the difficult job of getting all of the infrastructure in, which is a pain in the... But, you know, kind of the joy of this mod. It's not so simple doing a building project. You have to do a lot more work around it. What does a contaminated beaver look like in this faction? Come on, buddy. Up you get. There we go. Maybe you'll be the thumbnail. Make you famous. But yeah, I'm just hoping this will help with the cold beavers as they come across. Although this is largely done. You actually don't need to be there particularly, but you've been built anyway, so... You know, we've done everything we need to do with logs, so you can be emptied. We just need to do one more rock piece, so you can be emptied as well. You can now be paused. I'm going to leave, actually, because we've got the 2 chargers there. So that's that sorted. So we now need a huge amount of nano machines. Which means we need to finish making that. Okay. And we need to try and get this power in. Which basically means we need a drought. And then to get down here, or we just need to send the bots into the contamination where they will get corrosion. It's unlike the normal game. Bots are affected by going into stuff. So I guess I'm going to delete that for now, just to free up access space. Because we need to get down into... I'm impatient, so yeah, we'll rely on the fact that we do have fish oil to mitigate the corrosion. And they will have control signal down here. So in you go, beavers. Bots. And their corrosion is dropping, but not awfully, so that's good. And that's all done. Awesome. Right. So let's recover that stuff. Put back the brain. Make sure it's connected. Yep. Brilliant. Get rid of those. And it's already sucked up 400 nano machines. So let's pause that so we get some back. And we need to be processing gold and copper. So let's do that. We need 50 nuclear waste. So actually, to get nuclear waste, we need the mine. So let's get that going. The mine needs power. So bridges 4x does the 3x. The 3x does not conduct power. So we have a problem, Houston. We're gonna remedy that by using one of those. So we need to bring power up here. You can now be emptied. Gonna need to bring power out of there into there. I guess we could leave that. So we can do there. There. No. There. 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 And then excavation. Mine. You there. there. Put that there. Put those all the way up there. Path. Path. Where's the power connection? At the front. Okay. So we need to do that. 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 Stairs that communicated power would be quite cool. You need a lot of stuff as well. Brilliant. So I think it's time to build another deluxe tent. Maybe another 2 deluxe tents. Increase our population by another 8. And I'm going to prioritize the build of those because we seem to not have enough beavers all of the time. So we need carbon fibers. So let's get you going. Now we've blocked that off, we can re-establish this ice wall. That's almost done. Awesome. Again, it's something that's going to need a lot of beavers, so, you know. That needs more carbon fibers as well. Let's get you in. You should be minimum priority job. You're doing gold. We've got 36 of that, so you can be paused. You're doing copper. Let's set you off on copper as well, because we're quite low on that. Yep, nice camp tent next to the nuclear waste. And that's added another 8. So takes us up to 41. 41. So let's apply that to all of our breeding pods. Awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, because our hand of soup is pretty much full. We've got a decent stock of food. So right, you're done. You should be producing nuclear waste once you have power. You can wait a moment. And then I guess we can start to scoop that up. Got 300 more nano machines. I think when I built this before, I ended up with like 3 or 4 nano machine printers running. But, you know, we'll just try and put 1 in there. Yeah, let's pause you. We can pause you and you probably. Seems good. Snow dudes are snow duding. Maybe pause one of you, but we have rules for those, so You know, rules help control the fun, folks. We have a ton of carbon fibers now, so let's pause you again. Let's get another nano machine printer up and running. Because why not? You can be paused, and you can be paused. Much rather have a whole load of those going, because we need so many nano machines. Guess we need another 600, another 200. So this guy's working on the nuclear waste. So let's unpause that for a moment, and we'll get them to clear up all of this. Yep, that'll be good. Have a spare bot, so let's get you botting. Currently not grabbed all of the nano machines, which is nice. We have a couple of spare beavers, so let's throw you in there. One of the things that Lapana was working on was storage for nuclear waste, a bigger storage for nuclear waste, which is kind of cool. So we need a few hundred more nano machines, and we'll be good. So I'm going to pause this again for a bit so we can stockpile those nano machines that we need. And we'll be good. So now that wall's built, we can adjust this to that, because we want this to fill up. That's the whole point of it. I don't know if this is going to be wide enough. We might need to make it 3 wide. There we go. There's no dam block. There's no dam block or floodgate block currently. So that's what we have to do. And then this is set to be 2.95 at the moment. I'm not sure if that's deep enough or not. We'll look afterwards. We have 105 nano machines. Or actually, we pretty much have enough now. So let's get those going in. Then we just need the nuclear waste. So awesome. And we need someone to stand and build it for ages so they can work on that whilst they're nuclear wasting. Which is going to be a few days by the looks of it, 15 hours. So, but this thing is so cool. It's so cool once it's built. I will end up taking the bridge away as well once it's done. But I really like it. It's a really cool addition to the game. It's an interesting challenge to keep it working. And I have had the benefit of playing on here before, so this setup sort of works. It's not perfect, but it sort of works. So yeah, A few more nuclear waste and we'll be good. And honestly, that's pretty much it for the FrostyWhiskers at this point. Lapan is working on a lot more. There is a lot of cool stuff on the Discord. I haven't looked in a few days, to be honest, but the last time I looked, he was working on a lot of very cool stuff. So I think probably at this point, I'll pause this series. And we'll come back. Realistically, it's probably going to have to be a fresh start because quite often the big updates break things. So we'll probably be coming back with a fresh start at some point on here. Mainly because I really, really enjoy the FrostyWhiskers. I think it's really good fun. But yeah, I love this. I love the way you have to have this essentially sitting in like almost like a skull. It has to be in fluid. Has to have a constant supply. It acts as a negative water source. So a bit of a spoiler, I guess. So it will absorb liquid. So during a drought, that's why I've built this big reservoir. So it uses a lot of power. It consumes science to generate ridiculous amounts of science. And yeah, acts as a negative water source. But it's so cool. It's so, so cool. But I think it is anyway. You may or may not disagree or agree, but I think it's awesome. It's been the objective of every time I've played with the FrostyWhiskers because it's kind of the end game, I think. And yeah, for me, we're kind of done. You know, we're kind of done. We can now, you know, have more bots, have more beavers. At the moment, we don't have the breeding mechanic. We've consumed a lot of soup suddenly, but, you know, we can put in more tents to generate more soup. That's fine. We've got a lot of fish. We've got a lot of snow. Generate soups. Generate soups. I'll soon sort that out. Yeah, that's just an automation problem. We could very easily throw in a few more tents. Yeah, so that, folks, I think is going to be it for this series. I think probably what I'll do is I'll wait a little bit again, let Lapan update and stabilize the FrostyWhiskers, and then bring it back. That works quite well for me, actually, because I've got the 1.1 streaming series, which is sat pause for a little bit because I'm busy at the weekends. So what I might do is do a few videos on that alongside Atlantis, because I'm going to be busy for the next few weekends and on holiday. And then when I can get back to streaming that, we'll just focus on Atlantis. And if I finish Atlantis, we'll move on to something new. Yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. It's a very cool mod. I really enjoy playing it. Check it. I recommend you check it out. It's very in development, so there is a risk that you'll play and save will get nuked. Interact with Lapan in the channel for this in Discord, on the Timberborn Discord. Give him feedback, give him, you know, your opinions, whatever. And I'll see you next time.